But when we are looking at the sun, we are thinking that we are getting heat and light only. But we are not getting only heat and light, we are getting some invisible radiations also, and that radiations are called as electromagnetic radiations. In the last video we did this visible spectrum. Now beta, above red color, that is infrared part, then after that there are microwaves, then after that there are radio waves, then below violet color there is ultraviolet radiations, then after that there are X-rays, and then there are the gamma rays. Beta, this part and this part we can't see with our naked eyes. So this part, the above the red color and below the violet color, this is called as invisible spectrum. So we will discuss one by one. First of all, we will take radio waves. What are radio waves, beta? The radio waves are having maximum wavelength and least frequency, because they are lying at the top. Wavelength is increasing upwards, so radio waves are having maximum wavelength and least frequency. So that is why they are used for the radar communication, and we can talk on walkie-talkie with the help of these waves. After that beta comes microwaves. Microwaves, they are having wavelength less than radio waves, but their frequency is more than radio waves. They carry so much energy that we can use that energy for cooking food. And then after that is coming infrared waves. Infrared radiations beta, they are having the heating property, and these radiations were detected by William Herschel, and he detected these radiations with the help of blackened bulb thermometer. And how he detected these radiations? He took a blackened bulb thermometer and he exposed that thermometer from violet to red end, and he noticed that there was a slight rise in temperature. As he crossed the red end, he noticed that there was sudden rise in temperature on the blackened bulb thermometer. Now why that rise in temperature was there? It means there were some heat radiations which rose the temperature of blackened bulb, and that radiations, because they are coming after red end, he named them as infrared radiations. And this spectrum can be detected with the help of rock salt prism. It cannot be detected with the help of ordinary glass, because ordinary glass will absorb these rays. But if we will use the rock salt prism, it will form a spectrum. Then after that beta, where they are used? They are used by, these infrared radiations are used by the doctors, and then these waves are used in photography at night, even if fog is there, if mist is there. Why these radiations are preferred? Because they are having the maximum wavelength, so they will be scattered less in the atmosphere, so they can penetrate deep, so they will give the good result. Then after that beta, this from violet to red color, there is coming that is called as visible spectrum, that we can see with the help of our naked eyes, and their wavelength lies within the range of 4000 Armstrong to 8000 Armstrong, and this visible light we are knowing we can use for the photosynthesis, for the photography, and to see the objects around us. When these 7 colors are mixed together, they form white light. Then after that, below violet color is coming UV radiations, ultraviolet radiations. And beta, these spectrum was given by Professor J. Ritter. And what he did for that, he took silver chloride solution, and as he moved from red to violet color, as he took that solution from red to violet color, he noticed that there was no change in its color. But as he crossed violet color, the color of the solution changed. Now why that color was changed? It means surely there are some chemically active radiations, and he named that radiations UV radiations because they were ultraviolet radiations, because they were coming after the violet color. Now these radiations are detected with the help of a quartz prism only. Why? Because ordinary glass will absorb these radiations, so that spectrum will not form. Then only that radiations can be detected with the help of quartz prism. Then for which purpose they are used, beta? UV radiations are used for sterilizing purposes. Sterilizing purposes means like in hospitals, after the operation or before the operation, that medical equipments have to make germ free, and then these through that equipments these radiations are passed to make them germ free. Then its second use is it is used in producing vitamin D in plants and animals. Then after that, beta, X-rays is coming. X-rays are having wavelength less than ultraviolet radiations, but frequency more than ultraviolet radiations. So they are chemically more active than ultraviolet radiations. Then these rays are also used in medical science because of their high frequency. They can easily pass to the human flesh, but they are stopped by the bones. So they are used for taking the X-rays, or any fracture is there, doctors are suggesting this one. Then last one is beta gamma rays. Gamma rays are having, you see, least wavelength but maximum frequency. These are chemically more energetic. They are highly energetic electromagnetic waves, and because of their high energy, because of their high frequency, they are used to kill the cancer cells. So they are also used in medical